We can dodge. Hopefully that Zenith Flare will be okay. It's the life gain from the flare that will screw us up. So we resolve this, tap his foxes. Hopefully he doesn't have it. We win if there's no life gain, right? No flare, we win. Well, that actually blocks enough damage. So we need a veteran off the top, right? Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. We're chilling within Mythic today, 751. Amonkhet Remastered just hit Arena. We have a ton of new cards to be farming. We can buy packs, play seals, play drafts. So no matter which way you want to go to be getting these cards, you can get there. Rotation season hits in September. We're getting close to that. This will be the second rotation season within Arena. So the historic card pool is getting massive. And I think this will become the dominant queue within Arena as we progress. However, for those of you just starting out, you may struggle to get into the historic pool because it is so vast and you don't have quite the card pool to get there. So we are talking standard today, and Wizards was nice enough to release 15 new free-to-play decks to you guys. And we're going to go through and upgrade these decks within the following week or two, incorporating rares and mythics that you will only use within top meta decks. We don't want you guys spending your wild cards or trying to farm for wild cards that you will not use in other top meta decks. These decks are great, they're good entry, but they're not going to get you into the top mythic rank, right? We're going to need to be using those top tiered 1 decks to get there. So to do so, we're going to be using these decks to farm and my other free-to-play budget decks. Be sure to check those out as well. However, lots of you don't have the uncommons for that yet, so this is a great start. And I want to show you guys some potential upgrade guides for each of these decks to make them more competitive, get you farming cards at an expedited rate, maybe even competing in some of those constructed and historic events. So with that being said, if you find any value within this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share the channel out to a friend. If you've been enjoying any content on the channel, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's a great free way to support me along this journey. We've got everything from free-to-play budget beginner guides, just general Magic the Gathering Arena beginner guides talking about the principles and archetypes behind this amazing game, some of the top-ranked standard decks, the best historic decks, great original brawl decks, and some tools and tips, and then we even have a little bit of limited. So no matter what you're into within Magic the Gathering Arena, we have you covered. Subscribe to the channel, join for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems. Make sure to check out our Discord and enjoy this video. Since you guys already have Company of Knights within your game, I'm not going to break down the deck list in its entirety. We can quickly touch on some of the strategies and synergies on the deck before we get into my upgraded list, and then we'll go through that list in its entirety. So again, this list just revolves around going wide with your knights and then powering through with a little bit of trample if you can. So we have Anthem effects like Inspiring Veteran. Other knights you control get +1/+1. This is a key component to the deck, just making all of our knights stronger. We've got Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a knight spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So again, seeing as our deck consists of knights, we'll be playing lots of knights and then creating these human tokens, which helps us go wide. So that's great. And then of course, just Embercleave. Once we've gone wide, it's going to reduce the cost of Embercleave. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, double strike, and trample. So we're going wide, buffing up our knights, and then slamming in with an Embercleave. That is the general deck strategy. This is Company of Knights, the new player experience, free-to-play Magic the Gathering Arena starter deck for white and red, which is Boros. And like I said, I think this deck's actually really good. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's quite cool. And with a few very easy upgrades, you can have this deck being quite consistent and quite competitive. So let's quickly touch on our upgrades to the deck, and then we're going to run through the list in its entirety. We've pushed in more copies of Embercleave, right? Just making it more consistent. We've gone to 4, you could go to 3. Literally, you can go to whatever you have. The more copies, the more consistent. But again, 4 might be a little too much, 3 might be just perfect. And again, if you don't have all of these rare cards that I've added to the list, keep your original list and then just add them as you get them, right? It's not meant to be an original, well, I'm having this and now I can't play it because I don't have them. If you have 1 additional Embercleave, now you play the deck with 2, for example, right? You don't need all 4. Just put in what you have and work towards the rest as you continue to play. I didn't want to drop also some of the rares within the deck because as a free-to-play or beginner individual, you don't have a lot of rares, and you obviously might not have your 3 or 2 copies of Embercleave. You might just still have the 1 only. So for this purpose, I've left Haktos in. He's not a knight. And then Grasping Giant, I've left in as well, not a knight. But still 2 very powerful rare creature cards. And for that reason alone, I've left them in the deck. If you don't need them in there, take them out and put something better in that has good synergy with the deck, such as more knights, etc. But for your guys' sake, I've left it in there. And honestly, if you're looking for something to change them with, you could even stack up Basri's Lieutenant again instead, because at least he is a white knight creature card for us, so that's quite nice. So our first upgrade was adding more Embercleaves. The second was adding more Acclaimed Contenders. Now, this allows us to pull a knight or equipment card, even a legendary artifact, right? Which is our Embercleave. So it's going to help us find our Embercleave more consistently if we haven't already. If not, it will help us find our Inspiring Veteran, which is an uncommon, but we've still pushed it up to 4 copies, right? Making the deck more consistent. And then Worthy Knight, we've added 3 copies of as well, bringing it to 4 copies total. Fervent Champion is our last upgrade of the deck, other than land. Again, another knight, 1/1 first strike haste. Whenever it attacks another target attacking knight you control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And then equip abilities that target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to cast. So, you know, it's a 1-drop knight, which is great. We can play it on top of our Worthy Knight to create the human token. It still receives buffs from our Inspiring Veteran, and then all of the low-cost attackers reduce our Embercleave. If Embercleave's already in the field and the creature gets removed, it can equip to Fervent Champion for free. So, you know, we're just making the deck more consistent. We've also incorporated Tournament Grounds, which is great for any knight deck, right? It's an uncommon 3-color land, which is amazing, really good for beginners. The only downside here is Haktos Unscarred, where it requires 2 red sources and 2 white sources, where the Tournament Grounds will only create those mana if it's to cast a knight or equipment, which Haktos is neither. So again, if I had to remove something from the deck and I wasn't worried about losing, you know, a little bit of my rare power level, it would be Haktos. We have 4 Temple of Triumphs as well, incorporating 3 extras into the deck. Not a requirement, but it still just makes things a little bit friendlier for you as you play, to make sure that you're not drawing too many lands in a row, or making sure that you find that Embercleave, or, you know, that Worthy Knight, maybe a little bit of removal through your Dragonfire, something like this. So those were our general upgrades to the deck, you know, adding 4 copies of Fervent Champion, 3 copies of Worthy Knight, a copy of Inspiring Veteran. We've got 3 copies added of Acclaimed Contender, and then 3 copies of Embercleave. And now, I'm a firm believer that all of these levels can be adjusted. In my opinion, the only things that you need 4 copies of are your Inspiring Veteran, your Worthy Knight, and your Fervent Champion. And even there, you could run 3, you could run 2. The deck just becomes more powerful and more consistent the more copies you have, right? Because if we can continually draw our Worthy Knight and play it on turn 2, you know, it's just going to increase our average win rate. So that's our deck upgrades. Let's break the deck down in its entirety. We've got 3 copies of Venerable Knight, and now I think potentially you could drop 1 cleave and add a Venerable Knight, you know, because the Acclaimed Contender is going to be searching for our cleave, so I don't think it's too important to have 4 copies. You could just increase your low end a little bit, and that helps you guys with your Mythic totals as well. Because Embercleave is a legendary, you can't play more than 1 of them, so to have multiple copies just kind of comes a dead card for you guys. Anywho, Venerable Knight is a 2/1, and whenever Venerable Knight dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on target knight you control. Fervent Champion, we talked about this already, 1/1 first strike haste. Whenever it attacks another knight we control, gets +1/+0 as long as it's attacking. And then equip abilities that target it are 3 less to do so. Infuriate, same as the original deck. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn. Weaselback Redcap, again, same as the original. We can pump it for 2 to give it +2/+0 until end of turn. The Veteran, we've gone up to 4 copies. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Dragonfire stays the same. Instant speed, 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If it would die, exile it. Rimrock Knight stays the same. Boulder Rush, +2/+0 until end of turn for 1. Rimrock Knight is a 3/1 who cannot block. We talked about Worthy Knight, 2/2. Whenever you cast a knight, create a 1/1 white human token. Acclaimed Contender, 3/3. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you control another knight, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a knight or equipment or a legendary artifact from among them. Put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. 2 copies of Ardenvale Tactician, same as the original, 2/3 with flying. Dizzying Swoop for 2, instant speed. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Haktos the Unscarred. Unscarred or Unscared? Maybe Unscared, I think, actually. Either way. 6/1. It attacks each combat if able. When it enters the battlefield, you choose 2, 3, or 4 at random, and then it has protection from the converted mana cost other than the chosen number. So it'll get protection from 2 of the mana cost there. Basri's Lieutenant, 3/4, Vigilance, protection from multicolored. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then when Basri's Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. Grasping Giant, 5/7 for 6 Vigilance. Whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, exile that creature until Grasping Giant leaves the battlefield. And of course, we've got our Embercleaves for 6 flash, 1 less to cast for each attacking creature we control. It enters the battlefield, we immediately attach it to a creature, and then equipped creature gets +1/+1, double strike, and trample. Equip cost, once it's organically on the field, is 3. These spells are accompanied by 7 plains, 9 mountains, 4 Temple of Triumphs, and 4 Tournament Grounds. No sideboard today, we're running best of 1. And again, these cards with the arena symbol on them, if you've gotten them, I'm not sure that they're actually in here. Maybe that was just for the monocolor decks, actually, believe it or not. I did not know that. So the dual color decks actually do not have the arena symbol within them, and those new arena cards don't rotate, which is really cool, but I guess all of these dual color decks will. So with that being said, that's the deck list. Let's try to overcap and review some of the deck strategies and synergies. Again, it's the exact same as the original copy. Go wide with your knights, put your Embercleave on, smash home. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know, just get that Worthy Knight out right away. Start playing the knights on top to make all of those tokens. Then you play your Inspiring Veterans, again, making more tokens, and then increasing the strength of all of your knights, not the tokens, but your knights, which is great. And then, you know, just playing our Contender, again, creating more tokens, making sure we find that Embercleave from the library. If we already have the Embercleave, we're looking for more Inspiring Veterans or more Acclaimed Contenders, so we can continue to do that search function in case we didn't find our Embercleave, right? The Ardenvale can tap our opponent's attackers, which can potentially save us if things come close. The Unscared, I don't really care for. I think that can go from the deck unless you are brand new to the game and you don't really have all these cards. And in that case, I think it's still a very powerful card that will still see play. But if at all possible, the Unscared and the Grasping Giant could be replaced into additional copies of Basri's Lieutenant. I think 1 Embercleave could probably go as well. There's probably not much need for 3, and then we can just run 4 Venerable Knights, making that 1 drop a little bit more consistent, increasing the 1/1s that we get from our Worthy Knight, etc., 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 right? So the deck list, like I said, can be changed. If you don't have 3 copies of Embercleave, play with the 1 copy. It's still going to be fine. You'll use your Acclaimed Contender to get it. If you don't have all 4 copies of Acclaimed Contender, run what you have. Run 1, run 2, right? The same goes with your Worthy Knights and your Fervent Champions. Play what you have, use the original deck list, and upgrade it as you go. I think that is the friendliest way to play the game, to go for those nicer decks. And again, maybe don't upgrade all of these free-to-play decks at once. Just farm your cards like you normally would. Don't be spending your wild cards, but when you open a pack that gets a card that belongs in the deck, boom, our deck just got a little bit better. So with that all out of the way, I'm live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. At 7, we're live on Twitch. And then again, back on YouTube at 6 p.m., all Mountain Standard. Links for everything is in the description below. We're almost at our 500,000 gem giveaway. which triggers at 10k subs. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share that out to a friend. More info on that is in the Discord. We also have monthly Artisan and Brawl tournaments, free entry with cash prizes. So we're really trying to support the new players to Magic the Gathering Arena and the free-to-play individuals as much as we can, because we are really looking forward to having you and increasing the audience for this wonderful game. So I appreciate your time and attention. Everybody's supporting the channel financially on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. You guys are absolutely incredible. Big shout out from myself and the whole community, right? Let's get into today's gameplay footage, where we're going to break down all of the playlines and interactions we can find within the meta, and then we have our closing thoughts. So don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out. Keeping 7 tournament grounds really helps. Worthy Knight opening hand is cool as well. There's our first damage. Oof. Well, we're off to a good start. Right. Well, that's not gonna happen. Like I will ever let you take a draw. Haktos not being a knight really makes it hard with tournament grounds in play. Clover in play. Alright, we see the giant in play. That's fine. Protection from everything other than 2, which means from said giant. I think Stomp could get us still, right? We can attack with our Viability next turn. Okay, he's copying it. Slaying our entire field. I'm pretty sure Stomp still kills us. Have you ever been shut down so hard in your life? Wow. Literally. He's removed 5 creatures with 2 Stomps. I can't even. Woof. That's crazy. If he's an instant speed shock again, or like a stomp, just bounces it. Should have declared blockers first, so we had the chump block, mitigating 4 damage, but we end up not doing that. Land, that's game. We go first, 3 land, nothing to brag about. I mean, the contender could look for a cleave. Alright, we get a nice hit here. In for our first two. And we can start tapping this Lovestruck Beast, I guess. Instant speed. Acclaimed Contender can look for a cleave. Right, we should just like scorch this out of the gates, shouldn't we? Or let's just wait. Let's play it safe. Right, we take our cleave. We've got 3 attackers. No attacks. We left the ooze in play. We can deal with it later. There's nothing for it to exile yet. If we pull another red land, we can use Boulder Dash or Boulder Rush along with our cleave. What is he doing? The ramp through. Uses all of his mana. Aw. Sorry, bro. Cheap knights and just can cleave really early. Here comes a stomp. It's annoying. Oh, really? Let's keep playing on top. Our attack can still go through. Holding the removal for as long as we can. Hollow Blade's actually not so bad. Let's pass our turn. We're sitting on 3, we go to 4. We have removal. I mean, it's hard for him too, right? Oh no, nice. So we're gonna snag this this pooch up real quick here so he can't attack with it. So Winota can't trigger, but still annoying. So we can Infuriate and Embercleave. Yeah. Let's see how he blocks. It's a nice hit. It's not enough, but it gets us started. He might concede here, right? It's a lot of threat. I think we get him down to 1. Yikes. Winota needs to do some serious work this turn, but without a non-human with haste, that's game, right? Going first with 2 veterans in hand. Sign me up. Coming in tapped. A little bit of life. Some flyers. Look out, kids. Zephyr Gull. Get our flyer out. Shut those birds down. His birds have no riders. That's why. Okay, it takes a draw. That's good. Instant speed Dragonfire if he double blocks. Really? Okay. Down to 11. Wow. Isn't that gross? Got him. His field's gone. We still have all of our creatures. Not sure why the Broodmoth's in a deck with all flyers, to be honest. You know, the effect only triggers when creatures without flying die. So, I mean, nonetheless, we still get around it. We go first. 2 Cleaves, Worthy Knights, Fervent Champion. I've just been notified by chat, and you know, finally they're doing their job this one time all week, the first time. Must have been a hard weekend for them. We've not upgraded our lands within the deck, so we're going to go ahead and do that after this match. Right, all these Windscarred Crags, they can go and we can put in our better Scry lands, right? You know, pulling these are very, very good for us. Embercleave's active next turn, so it's just like, sign me up, right? I think we hit for 3 here, or 4 actually. Oh no. Oh no. Vito in play, so there's life gain. It is our turn though, which is great. Wish we had an additional... Oh no, we don't. We can do it. No, we can't. We need that third red source. Let's just go in for the kill here. Well, we could kill his Vito, but then he'd give it indestructible, so let's just go in for the heater. So our champion dies, but we get a huge hit in. Alright, easy win. Keeping 7. We have the Scry lands in play now. It took us a few rounds, and we didn't actually do that bad without them. So it just goes to show you that it's not really a requirement, and we're facing off against a cycling deck. I think we'll toss our Venerable Knight. It could be better, you know what I mean? Like, it's not bad, but it's definitely not great. Fox, turn 1. Awesome. We need removal almost immediately. Scorching Dragonfire off the top. Negative. Oof. It's a very bad start. This Fox is going to get huge. It's not going to be good. Gross. I'll trade with the Stinger. That's fine. Can't block anyways. Right, that's chip damage that he's not getting in anymore. I mean, yes, it'd be cool to keep and double drop these, but at a certain point, we just gotta go for it. Stop it. Stop it. Take 5 damage, that's fine. Appreciate the raid. He's too strong already. And all we can do is like barely keep up. Let's just kill the healer. He just takes it. Wow. We could tap for 2 and Scorching Dragonfire. I don't know. Ugh, tokens are gross too. Someone ban this cycling deck. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. So the bummer is he can just like push it back into play. You know what I mean? We can't do anything here. I mean, we can just defend, which is what we should have done last turn. But losing 2 cards is the worst. Bummer. He just needs his flare, right? Go for blood? Stop it. Gross. Holy. Cry. Very interested in the cycling deck. Check it out. We've got a video on it. It's a great deck for free-to-play individuals who just started the game. There's only one rare in the deck, and it is a very powerful deck. We go first. Hand looks good. You know, any hand with an inspiring veteran is pleasant. Ready to play our Venerable Knight. Or actually, maybe our Redcap. I think our dog just threw up butterflies. Is that healthy? Let's make the most out of our spells, I guess. The Artisan won't block. He blocks, we can protect ourselves. If not, I think let's just go for the damage. Down to 11 already. He's got to sacrifice something with the Artisan. Ooh, he just mutates it. That's actually interesting. So we should remove that if we can. Right? We never like to let a mutate stack build. We hit for 4. He's just not into it. Good game. Land's good. Like I said, any hand with a veteran in it is great. Commander's good. Finds our cleave. We're going to start out with our Worthy Knight. Cycling, okay, okay. We do make the tokens off the Worthy Knight here. Great news. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm pretty sure that's lethal. Oh no, because we can't activate the Knight's ability, so he gets 2. But regardless, I guess he still gives up. This might be a good hand. It looks like it's slow, and 2 cleaves is never great. Let's toss it. I like this a lot more. No cleave, but the contender can still search for it. And now we have our lieutenant, which is really actually quite a lot of fun. I mean, we could also toss the lieutenant. Let's risk it. Looking for a 2-drop. The speaker is ugly. Life gain is pretty annoying, to be honest. We have the cleave. The worthy knight would be good. Let's just string these contenders together, though, I think. And now that we have the blocker, we can attack. He's tapped, so we'll get 1 damage in. Griffin Airy. Okay, we can cleave. Right, let's just go for it. Hit for 10. Down to 9. Needs to somehow exile this. There it is. Nice. Does he take the cleave though? Yeah. Another speaker. Up to 12. Let's look for another cleave. We're all in. We have the Infuriate. Down 7. Lots of life gain in this deck, though. Daxos. Hopefully that's it. Into a Hall of Priests. Yikes. He goes up to a 2/2. These 1/1s attack. He gets the Griffin. Let's put it on the Fervent Champion. I think we just still go all in, right? He's got to do some blockers here. Alright, we're going to lose a champion. This sucks. We take out a speaker. His Hallowed Priest clicks up quite a bit. We get the 2-2 from our Fervent Champion. Ending our turn, he's still at 8. What did we even do that for? Get rid of one of his speakers. He's got 3 in hand. We should have taken another Acclaimed Contender instead of the Fervent Champion. And Elspeth is very good for him. Minus like 3, gain 5 life. Immediately triggers the Airy. He's making tokens though. I guess that's great, life gain too. Man, he's coming full circle here on us. Gross. Even if we top deck a Cleave, it's going to be hard to get through. It's a lot of life gain. Seems odd. I guess he's not going to get to 27 life, so he's just like, screw it. Take the Griffin. This 9/9 is obnoxious. Guess we can exile his Elspeth.
My piece for yours.
But still. Protection from multicolored, and he is single colored. Not good. Good game. Lifelink, and on that 9/9, that's all we're doing there. Going first, please and thank you. Take our scry, get it out of the way. Cleave can stay. Flourishing Fox. Good to see ya. Great to get that out of the way. He's serious. Can we get another removal top decked? No. So we don't get the draw because there's not another knight in play, but we do want the body as quickly as possible. The Tactician maybe would have been alright. Wow, so many foxes. You know he can cycle here, so we're not blocking. We could trade with it, but ugh. At a certain point, right? Just 1-drop knights, probably. Venerable Knight is a good blocker. I feel like we should have blocked that fox. Gross. Down to 2 cards, so hopefully he lands, right? Just starts flooding. So we could tap these foxes and Embercleave. Right? I don't know if that's going to be enough, but it should certainly help. 6 engrave. Getting hit for 9. We try to Embercleave and then tap him later with our Ardenvale. We should have done this after he declared blockers, but whatever. I don't mind clearing the whole field from him. Alright, he can quadruple block if he wants. Really? Definitely should have declared blockers after. That's on me. But we clear his whole board state. Almost, right? The one token survives. Put our stop before his attack. As long as we can dodge Go for Blood. We can dodge. Hopefully that Zenith Flare will be okay. It's the life gain from the flare that will screw us up. So we resolve this, tap his foxes. Hopefully he doesn't have it. We win if there's no life gain, right? No flare, we win. Well, that actually blocks enough damage. So we need a veteran off the top, right? Nope, he just doesn't even want it. Good game. I don't really care for this hand. It's a little light with 2 cleaves. This is much better. I think we can toss the land. Hopefully no sweepers here. Or basic removal. That sucks too. Main phase Omen. Oof. Right, we had a very good hand as well. It's like he could see our hand somehow. We go first. Hand looks amazing. I'm gonna play the Scryland second, I think. Yeah. Keeping our Triumph for last, I guess. We could cleave early if we pull another red source. So it's a hard decision, because this has haste. Let's go for it. I don't think we need the land. Tournament Ground saves us. And let's get our Venerable Knight out. Get rid of the Summoning Sickness. Horn Beetle is annoying. In for 6 still. Block on the Knight, that's fine. Ooze can go up to a 3/3, that's actually pretty good. We can still smash through it though. Wow, we really want to just be greedy, but it's all about the cleave, right? Big hit, down to 5. Ooh, Invigorating Surge. Instant speed on main phase though, kind of weird. He just hits us with it. He's like, see what I could have done? See how much damage this is? Right? Just throw down here. Good game. I think even though we're a little slow here, it's a good hand. Right? Again, the veteran is just amazing. Send our dog for a belly rub. Whoa. Who's a good boy? What else do you do while you wait, right? Hello. Ready to play our scry. Worthy Knight is amazing. Alright, so we got some Selesnya enchantments. Not good. He can't tap here, so we may as well just scoop this up. Right? Then we can take our attack. We hit for 2, he brings back 1. Worthy Knight on a Worthy Knight. That's actually pretty cool. We're going to be making a lot of tokens. No attacks. We think he's going to defend. Right, he's got some instant speed shenanigans. We don't want any part of it, especially not while interacting with our Worthy Knights, which are such high value for us. Maybe he just doesn't have anything. I'm fine with this. It's pretty cool. We go quite wide. No attacks. We're gonna start playing these veterans, and you know that's game. Gets his 3rd land. We'll use that next turn. Stop it. I do love the veteran. Hit for 10, 15 here, I believe. He gains 2 life. He could have a shatter. Right? It shouldn't be too hard for us to get that last 5 damage, though. Pretty sure he's gone, right? Right. Oh, he's here. He's here. Right? Like, what just happened to me? I love Inspiring Veteran. The Worthy Knights are very good, too. Just wants some additional life gain. Let's make some more knights. Please and thank you. And then we have our Infuriate ready, or our Rimrock Knight, either work. Gains a little bit of life there. But without removing our veteran, he's just not into it. A Company of Knights, Boros, white and red. Pretty powerful. A great beginner deck. Easily upgraded to be a very powerful deck that I think you can farm events with, climb your rank into diamond with. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Be sure to go back and watch all of the other starter deck upgrade guides. This content doesn't really see a lot of views, but I know it's important to make, so it really means a lot to me if you guys go ahead and can watch a few of those, get those the views up on them, so my channel isn't dying, right? With that all out of the way, a big huge shout out to everybody supporting me financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube. You guys are incredible. Not only from myself, but the whole community who's been enjoying the content. So we're all really grateful for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this starter deck upgrade guide. And like I said, we've got lots of other ones and more to come as well. I think we have about 8 more to do, so a full week of them basically. So let me know, you guys. Do take care. I hope you have a great day, and we will be back, a little bit later today or tomorrow. We're here all day. YouTube at 6, Twitch at 7, back on YouTube at 6, and then, in the Discord all day, AM and PM on YouTube. And then throughout the mid part of the day on Twitch. So come say hello. Come say hello. I'd love to have you. I cannot even speak today. Incredible, right? And I've chosen to do this for a living. Absolutely amazing. Take care, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Go have yourselves a great day.